Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Lit Crawl Boston. My name is Beverly Perino. On behalf of Litquake, thank you all so much for coming to Lit Crawl Global. Tonight is the closing night of Litquake, San Francisco's literary festival, and we're in the midst of a virtual Lit Crawl, which is running from 10:30 in the morning to 10:30 tonight, with 25 events and featuring 7 cities around the world. This nonprofit festival is nearly 100% free and could not exist without the generosity of our individual donors. If you believe in keeping literature a key component of San Francisco and the global cultural landscape, please consider dropping us a few dollars. Every bit helps. We accept donations on Venmo at Litquake, on PayPal at info@litquake.org, or directly on the Litquake website at litquake.org. After the event, you'll be asked to fill out a short survey. These surveys are also essential to our efforts to keep LitCrawl free. Now let's get started with our event. I'm very happy to welcome Ruff.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. Thank you all for attending. This is an amazing opportunity, and I definitely appreciate it. But it's not just me. I definitely brought some friends. So before I introduce my friends, let me also make sure that I introduce myself. Hi, everybody there. I am Ruff, co-host of the If You Can Feel It, You Can Speak It open mic, poet, father, author of Staying on 94, Tales from a Misguided Soul, creative director of Boston Pulse Poetry Program, and there's other titles there. Just a fun-loving guy, just a fun-loving person. But my friends here are also very, very inspiring individuals as well. These folks have been with me in the trenches of some art projects that we recently just did, and that we recently have figured out, you know what, we should continue doing all of this together. And so this is another step forward in doing that. So Tim Hall and Soul Music, I'll let them kind of speak for themselves and introduce themselves, because that's only proper. They're individuals, they're human beings. Why not let these folks speak for themselves? So please just give a moment for these folks, these beautiful human beings, to speak for themselves. Hey, how you doing there, beautiful,
Yo,
beautiful
yo,
black man?
yo, yo, yo. What up, people?
Hey.
How y'all doing? My name is Tim Hall. Super stoked to be here. And shout out to Lit Cross San Francisco, and continuing to amplify the importance of literature, writers, creatives, individuals who are taking their thoughts and imagination and creating some worlds for everyone around the globe. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, currently in Boston, Mass. I've been here for 7 years now. I am a assistant professor at Berklee College of Music in our professional music department. I am a saxophonist and spoken word artist. A lot of my work, talks about masculinity, talks about my experiences as a Black man, and having the opportunity to kind of share my lens through word and music is something that I cherish largely. So super excited to be here.
All right. How's everybody doing? My name is Soul Music. Let's go by Soul, or you can call me my real name, which is Araya. So I'm music producer. I'm an artist. Used to dabble in some poetry and writing as well, and I've just been on this journey of music, and I also am a chef, sushi chef. So I've been able to kind of blend the two things together. Just overall art. Art with food, art with music, art with words, and I just love collaborating with people and just expressing, how we feel on a daily basis, and just, what we deal with every day, through different forms. So I'm just happy to be a part of this project. I was happy to, be chosen by Tim and Dana, to work on this thing. And I think it came out very beautiful and very impactful, and just happy to be here. So that's it.
All right.
Um, so right now, the first project that we're about to play for you guys was a part of the Isabella Stewart Gardner, and it was definitely like a good time to do. Um, so yeah, it was called the project. It was called White Jesus. Well, not the project, but a piece of the project, a poem in the project was called White Jesus. It was a collaborative project between all of us, and Tim, do you mind describing? I'm getting like audio feedback. So do you mind?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So this piece is titled, or the project is titled, "Dear McKellar: An Ode to One Man's Impact," and it was masterfully produced by Catherine Morris at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, along with the production crew Loop Lab here in Cambridge, Mass. And this is an exhibit that's at the Gardner. It's an exhibit between John Senior Sargent and Thomas McKellar. John Senior Sargent is a famous painter, and Thomas McKellar was this Black elevator operator who ended up becoming the muse of this painter's kind of eye. And at that time in history, in like the 30s, 1930s here in Boston, this artist was known for painting white women and white individuals, and for some reason just grew this relationship with this individual and began to create these beautiful works of art. However, often painted Thomas McKellar in imagery that was not natural to him in his Blackness, would often paint him white, would often paint him a white god or goddess, would use certain features of his body, but not actually show the melanin and show the features of his Black body. And there are also paintings of him and his natural and born form as well. But this piece kind of talks to the erasure of Blackness in some ways, going to the root of what that conversation, a part or a piece of that conversation, or one of the roots of the conversation, which is kind of within the religious space of individuals idolizing and creating idols, yet not necessarily honoring the natural individuals and beauties of darker skinned individuals, Black people, and so forth. So this is a bit of a conversation to critique John Senior Sargent's intention, and to critique his lens, and to critique what he thought he was doing, in kind of critiquing religion and kind of idolization of a very key figure, which is Jesus Christ.
And just trigger warning for everyone involving religion, involving violence against Black bodies, just to make sure that everybody knows what to prepare themselves for. So we'll definitely give you all this time to kind of, if you need to, step away or protect yourselves, and just perform any acts of self-care that need to happen at this time. And with that being said, Tim, do you mind going ahead and play that? Thank you.
So this piece can be found on YouTube if you type in Dear McKellar. The full 30-minute performance, this is just an excerpt from that. They say you died for our sins, were crucified to save us. You know they, the invisible phenomena governing all that be in us. Dark fragments of unfortunate circumstance, waiting for forgiveness to graciously be granted to us. Oh, what you've been through, white Jesus. Cross-built casket, hands and feet nailed to wood, barbed crown, pedestal.
What they didn't say is our black boys would die for our sins. Crucified by those sworn to protect them, bullets, their back spines cracked. No pedestal.
No, in the name of dead black men. No murals of slain black boys at a table breaking bread. No chains around necks with faces of dead black men held every time a prayer is needed.
Hey, white Jesus. It's funny how you can look like me but can't look like me. How they'll describe me in your image yet reject my image. I mean, you know them. They use your tribulation for inspiration and for hope, and hope! You don't search for anything deeper than faith values. I mean, how your story is a metaphor and how fragile is your faith. See, we've been crucified for saying your name. Carried crosses by the skin on our backs and on bended knees during civil rights and long before. Yet, we're memorialized for being docile. Chiseled in obedience. How many ways can we kill off a little bit more of our faith? Dying while living our testimonies that our family will have to use as eulogy. Some never make it to see your age. Fathers never meant to bury their daughters, and mothers having to bury their sons. Hey, white Jesus.
They say, give our life to you. That the Lord and Savior will grant passage for our souls through the gates of heaven. That you were murdered to save our eternal lives. But what's hope for life after death if death comes so soon to the people you were killed for? It's like we have a God complex, blindly devote our lives to the mission of you. But where's your commitment to changing those causing inhumane acts to the children you love? Why give you praise for the mediocre job you've been doing when punishment for failing is a death sentence for hell? Do you know the names of our fallen, your children? Beautiful creations with cascading adoration and faith. The black bodies made in your image.
Do you like your image? Do other gods shame your pigment? The bylaws of our universe prevent you from ruling properly? Do the intergalactic law enforcement stop and frisk to check your god credentials? Do they shoot lasers first and ask questions later?
Do you know what it's like to be us? Disenfranchised, in danger of extinction, impervious to sympathy, immune to justice, convinced that you know what our prayers sound like. Hey John, did you know that you're one of them too?
Whew. Man, that still give me chills. Jeez. Whew. All right. So, with that being done, with that being said, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it going. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely hit us all up individually, and we'll definitely leave. We'll say that before we get off. And so yeah, move forward. I guess I'll go ahead with my next piece, and then Tim will go to end us off, and then we'll be able to sign out and do all that other great stuff too. So this next poem, this poem here that I'm about to do is more of well, it's a new poem. It's more new, and it's definitely more inflection and definitely thinking a lot more about myself and bringing all the things to light, especially in the times that we're in. And sometimes being, or the first 3 months quarantine was really nothing but to yourself, to myself, and really finding out, really learning more, or relearning myself in ways that I didn't think I would if quarantine didn't happen. So yeah, this is what this poem kind of is symbolizing. And also, it was a challenge that was going around on Instagram and Facebook, between a couple of artists, between a couple of poets, that I definitely have deep respect for, that I look up to. And so for me, this was me trying to also sharpen my sword. So it's called Who I Am. You ask me who I am as I stand before you, and before you can draw conclusions based on this monotone, my body's tone is drawing chills from your body's own. You want my closet skeleton bones, or for me to ask you to sit on my throne? Because I've thrown my name to start. Now I show my pain in art. Now I show my pain in heart. It's all the same in art. So when you ask me who I am, what part? You want a whole or half? Amused to be amused, or to take a photograph? Hold smiles, clutch tears, have children. How does that equate with your math? What is your soul searching for? A treasure or to be treasured? Could I be clever, or could I tell you whatever? Who I am? Well, I can be a nightmare or a dream. I can give you metaphors, be meta or just be plain. I am, or I was, a father's pain, drawing dreams, dueling demons with Hadoukens and cluster bombs. Magic waving from my palm, causing craters all from my arm on the dark side of the moon. Now, is that too long or too soon to realize that I'm more than just metaphors and pain before the womb? As I stand before you, I am a black man with so much love for family, and for so many fears to keep coming at what I'm becoming. I'm not running, I'll be dandy, because I'm becoming a force, a king. Roll a red carpet of motivation, because my passion is a passage flooded with inspiration like a hurricane. With horsepower, I'll get hoarse and won't cower when my light is further within the eye of the tower, and you can see it. It's glow, because it's called healing. Forgiving myself for the blame I've been dealing, found space to unleash those harbored feelings like guilt for being absent and not speaking, yet missing my oldest son. Regret saying that with work I'm always looking for fun. Believing that I'm only becoming a better one, and defensive playing words as if I'm becoming another one. You know, that deadbeat or that broke person that always had potential but no worth ethic or hope person, that love black women yet still abuse them joke person. Yet I was cowardly, thinking I could find answers hanging in a belt or a rope person. I was kind of harsh the way I used to talk to me before therapy. See, people spoke malice to me because my thoughts allowed it, and it mistook it for love and a testament. So my heart empowered it. Then I found myself surrounded when I seated and flowered it high. My friends and family know me as D Ruff, and I'm unharboring my armor and unloading my feelings. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Now, welcome to the stage, my friend, and soon to be yours, the beautiful, lovely, the eclectic Tim Hall.
Right. Thanks, DRFD. That was incredible. So this piece is titled Trust the Process. It is from my poetry book titled Trust the Process, which is on lulu.com. So here we go. Trust the process. I hope this is helpful for all of us as we are navigating everything in the world right now. When the day looks impossible, the couch feels comfortable, and sun rays splashing from the bay windows look uneventful. Trust the process. When a conversation with your partner seems daunting, and your feelings eat away at your tongue's ability to produce words, trust the process. when depression is the dust that refuses to be swept from the floor, and all you want is freedom from having to clean up the destructive thoughts that fall. Trust the process. When song doesn't sound as beautiful, and melody no longer scales your arms with goosebumps, trust the process. When fear resembles the worn notebook in your book bag, the rarely open Evernote app on your phone, or the twice folded post-it notes dusting your desk that stare and stare and hover and wait and tire and toggle and get misplaced and are found and still not touched. Trust the process. 1, you are tired and the couch is still warm from the imprint of your back. The outside taunts you to smile in its direction. Close your beautiful eyes and feel the heat wash your tired away. 2, your feelings matter and your words hold value, use them. It is impossible for your partner to know the lining of your mind or heart or hurt. 3, when the dust settles, you will still be a person, all pumping blood, moving limbs, and processing mind. Press your quaking hand against the valley of your chest, the home where your survival lives, the carrier of your liberation. 4, sound waves need not an ear to be heard, nor a piece of skin to scare. Listen to the silence in your beautiful body and welcome the music in your story. 5, trust the process of your healing. Trust the process of your hope. Trust the process of your deliverance. Trust the process of your mindfulness. Trust the process of your pen.
So again, this is D Ruff. You
Tim
can
Hall.
find me at D on Instagram at D_RUFF3, or on Twitter on the same thing, and you can type in D Ruff D_RUFF on Facebook, and you can definitely find me there. Working on everything with websites and stuff like that, but don't worry about it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So pass the mic to Tim.
Yes, Tim Hall. You can follow me on Instagram at TV as in television, TV_Hall, HALL. Also on Facebook, one Soul P, one SOULP. My book is on lulu.com. Trust the process. And then you can also find my spoken word EP, which is a mix of my music and my spoken word on SoundCloud. And that project is called Colors of My Soul. Appreciate y'all.
Hey
Hello, can you
everyone.
guys hear me?
Oh, yep.
Oh, go ahead.
So yeah, Soul Music. You can find me on Instagram. It's XSEOUL Music X, and I produce. So if you're looking for instrumentals or beats for any type of project, you can contact me through there. And you can also, if you go on SoundCloud, I do have a instrumental tape that I did with a friend of mine on there. If you want to check out some more music, by Official Rush Hour, and the tape is called 617. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, D Ruff, Tim Hall, Soul Music. You guys, wonderful performance. Really enjoyed it. Very powerful. Thank you for participating. And you guys take care out in Boston. And thank you again. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Same to you as well. Continue to be safe.
Thanks. You too. Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone. Bye-bye.